Hello friends, I welcome you all to this 16th session of our Excel functions series. In the list presented, the green colored functions are already covered in our earlier sessions. One can refer to the Excel functions series playlist for accessing any of the earlier sessions. The functions in the yellow box, which are length, repeat, text, and trim, are going to be discussed in this session. We will start our discussion with length and repeat function. Before we understand the working and usage of these two functions, let us first understand the function description of these functions. Starting with length, so it returns the count of the number of characters present in the text string. Moving to repeat, it repeats the text a given number of times. Coming to the data, we will be using the customer details data. It contains all the customer details such as customer ID, CIF number, contact number, customer name, date of registration, etc. Now let us go through our first example. The business heads have shared a regulatory requirement which says that CIF number should be assigned to each customer, and the length of the CIF number, which is the unique ID assigned to the customer, should be equal to 11 digits. In our case, the bank is already assigning the CIF number, but it is of 4 digits. To fulfill the requirement, we will be updating the CIF number by padding zeros such that the total length becomes 11. Let us move to our Excel workbook and understand this better with the help of data. We will be padding 7 zeros to the existing CIF number. If we take a string of 7 zeros and concatenate it with the existing CIF number, it will still remain a unique ID, and also the length of the updated CIF number would be 7 zeros plus the existing CIF number, which has 4 digits, making a total length of the updated CIF number as 11. So in the updated CIF number, the last 4 digit represents the existing CIF number, and the remaining digits, which in our case will be 7 zeros. Now how to make this dynamic with the help of a formula? Select the cell L2 and double click to see the formula that has been applied. We can see here that in the formula there are two functions which are getting used. The first function is repeat and the second function is length. The output from this repeat function is concatenated with the value present in B2, which is our existing CIF number. So let us understand this part, the highlighted part of the formula first. So repeat function repeats a text for a given number of times. Here the text which we want to repeat is 0. Then the number of times it has to be repeated will be calculated and can vary basis the value present in column B. So we want to make sure that we have the CIF number of 11 digits, out of which 4 digits are already being concatenated. The remaining would be the number of times repeat function will repeat 0, and we are using the length function to calculate the length of the existing CIF number. In the current scenario, the length looks same, that CIF number is a 4-digit value, but it can be 4 digit for some customers and 5 digit for some other customers. So to make this formula dynamic, let us say that whatever is the length of CIF number, existing CIF number, that length, that number of digits should be subtracted by the maximum length which an updated CIF can have, the remainder of this function 11 minus length of b2 will give us the number of times we want repeat function to repeat 0 before concatenating it with the existing CIF number. So 11 minus length of b2, it will give us an output as 7, and we are asking repeat function to repeat 0 for 7 times before concatenating it with the original CIF number. We can see that this formula can be applied to other CIF numbers as well. And quickly, if I just for testing purposes change this value, instead of 1002 I make it 11002, we can see that it is adjusting the number of zeros. So here the number of zeros which are padded is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So instead of 7, since we have 5 digits in our existing CIF number, 11 minus 5 would be 6, and repeat function will repeat 0 for 6 times before concatenating with the CIF number. Let us now move to our second example, which is product categorization basis percentage revenue generated. Below mentioned are the categories of the products. The first category is of 5-star products. The revenue generated percentage greater than 10% will be part of this 5-star products category. The products for which the percentage revenue generated lies between 8.5% to 10%, such products will be categorized under 4-star products. For the products which have revenue generated percentage less than 8.5, all such products will be categorized under 3-star products category. Here, the team leads would prefer a product performance chart instead of just plain numbers. We will be using the data from the inventory data sheet only for the products where product category is equal to milk. We aim to generate the pictorial representation of performance of the products using if function and repeat function. So, in order to get the percentage revenue generated, we will need the inventory sold in value, and to get the inventory sold in value for a given product, we will need the inventory sold for that product, which we can get using column G and column H. Column G represents the current picture of the inventory quantity which are in stock. Column H represents the initial inventory for each product. To calculate the inventory sold, we understand that initially for product ID 1001, the inventory quantity was 30, and right now what is left is, or what is in stock is 11. So how much inventory is sold? It is 30 minus 11, which is 19. So we now understand that 19 inventory items were sold for the product ID 1001. This multiplied with the unit cost price will give us the inventory sold in value, which is coming out to be 1235, right? And on similar lines, let us calculate the inventory sold in value for each of the products. In the end, let's do a total as well to get the total revenue generated. Once we have the inventory sold for each product, we can get the inventory sold value of each product by multiplying the inventory sold for that product with the unit cost price of that product. So for example, row number 2, the inventory sold in value will be equal to multiplication of unit cost price with the inventory sold. On similar lines, we can generate the inventory sold in value for each product. In the end, we will calculate the total revenue generated starting from J2 till J14. Once we have the revenue generated, we can calculate the percentage revenue generated for each product. So for the first product, the inventory value was 1235. Total revenue that will remain fixed for all the products, it is having a value of 14572.5. Inventory sold in value divided by the total revenue gives us the percentage revenue generated by the selected product. We can get this revenue generated in percentage for all the products starting from A2 to A14, and we can see that there is only one product which is categorized as 5-star product, and there are only 2 products which are categorized as 4-star products. The remaining belong to the 3-star products. To get the pictorial representation of product performance for each product, we can use if function and repeat function. Let us take a look at this formula. Here we are saying that if percentage revenue generated for the product ID 1001 greater than 10%, then we are asking repeat function to repeat this star 5 times. And if the percentage revenue generated is in between 10% to 8.5%, in that case we are asking the repeat function to repeat star 4 times. And similar is the case with the 3-star products. I hope you found this session helpful. If you have any questions, need further clarifications, or would like to share a feedback, please share the same in the comment section. Let us meet again in our next session, where we will discuss the text and trim functions. I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications.